this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, today's support resistance, pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Friday the 25th of June. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, but a start to the day looking at the hourly candlesticks. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 34,099 to continue this run at the first major resistance level at 35,856. Going to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin's breakout from yesterday's high of 35,290, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 36,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally through the day, should see Bitcoin target 38,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 37,046. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 32,909 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of second major support level at 31,152. Looking at MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram at the turn of the day after a narrowing through late yesterday, supporting the early upside. More significantly, 50s closing in on the 100 and narrowing on the 200, so look out for a possible bullish cross there. So keep through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot 34,099 breakout from yesterday's high 35,290 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Across to Ethereum against US dollar, also bullish start. Going to need to Ethereum avoid the pivot at 1970 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 2055. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high that was 2035.39. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 2200 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2121. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1904 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of the 62% fib at 1725. Second major support level at 1819 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, saw a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, with Ethereum avoiding a bearish cross, supporting the early upside. On the EMAs, the 50s holding its ground against the 100 and the 200, narrowing marginally on the 100. So key through the early part of the day would be to avoid the pivot at 1970, break through yesterday's high 2035.39 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Across to Litecoin against US dollar, tracking the broader market, positive start. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 132 to continue the run at the first major resistance level at 140. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from 137 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target 150s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 146. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 126 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 120s. Second major support level sits at 118. Looking at the MACD, we had a bearish cross at the turn of the day, so keep an eye out there for a bullish cross. On the EMAs, more significantly, the 50 is narrowing in on the 100 and closing in on the 200, supporting this early upside. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 132, break out from 137s to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, also a positive start. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot at 6595 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 0.7026. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break out from yesterday's high that was at 0.69195. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Ripple's XRP 0.8 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.7350. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 6271 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.60 levels. Second major support level sits at 0.5840. Looking at the MACDs, we have a slight widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, with Ripple's XRP avoiding a bearish cross, so keep an eye out for a possible bearish cross there. On the EMAs, more significantly, the 50 has narrowed in on the 100, supporting this early upside. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 6595, break out from yesterday's high 69195 to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will come into play.